Start. Sir, I will not take much time. It was a very important discussion, and I thank everybody who has supported this. There are three to four issues flagged which are very important. Sri Rajiv Gowda said that networking is very important. Let me tell you, there are three to four things which we are doing simultaneously. Through the National Digital Library, there are 65 lakh books on your computer now. In Gyan, there are 600 professors from 58 countries who have come here and conducted a course. This year, 800 will come. It increases the interaction between the faculty and students, and it gives good courses to them. Under Swayam, 400 courses are ready. The portal is online and offline on DTH. There are spoken tutorials. In every IIT, we are emphasizing that there has to be one humanity course in every branch. Unemployability can be reduced practically with practical hands-on training. So everybody becomes employable, and to that end we have organized hackathon last year. This year we are scaling it up with many new partners. There is an affirmation that Central Educational Institute Reservation Act is implemented in toto, so there is no issue. Faculty shortage is the real issue, and we are addressing the faculty shortage by attracting the talented Indian students doing research abroad, tracking them from third year itself and bringing them back. I am interacting continuously and following it up. It is a 24-hour continuous process where it is always a walk-in interview like situation in all central universities. Sir, one aspect that I would like to stress is on the restoration of the powers of Parliament. That is the only thing, as I am not asking for anything else. Our Parliament's powers are being eroded, and that needs to be restored. The function of the judiciary is to interpret the law, not to lay down the law. We have seen new laws being laid down by the judiciary. We as parliamentarians have to do something to stop that. There are instances where directions were given by the courts to enact a particular law. So this also is not welcome. Secondly, what is the justification they have got in doing this? They say because the legislature is not functioning, because the executive is not doing its duty, we are being compelled to do this. In the same response, I cannot say this, but the Prime Minister, who is the head of the executive, can say, because lakhs of cases are pending in the Supreme Court, you are not passing judgments. I, as the Prime Minister, will pass judgments. Can he say so? Obviously not, because the compartments are divided very clearly. Then there is another agency which also encroaches upon our powers. With due respect to them, I am saying this under Article 324 of the Constitution. Day in and day out during elections, instructions are issued on the subjects which are the powers of Parliament. Whatever suggestion they have made before the government, I think they should be accepted if they are good, but let them not issue instructions and encroach upon the powers of Parliament. So these two things I would very much like to stress upon. I had an opportunity to raise the issue of special provisions under Article 371, which is popularly called special status. There is nothing called special status in Parliament but special provision in Article 371. Nobody has asked this. There is a confusion. Bihar has been asking for a special status in a different context. Only Goa has asked for a special status under Article 371. Why has it asked for special status? It is because we would like to protect our land. Encroachments happen in various forms by Russians, Israelis, and our own local people. Therefore, some protection of our land is required. I also had the opportunity of proposing an amendment to the Citizenship Act because some citizens of Goa had applied for Indian citizenship in Portugal. As a result, the government of India had started deleting names of those people. Ultimately, I had moved an amendment. The government of India had sent two representatives and got it rectified. It was not important whether my amendment was accepted or not. With just one stroke of pen, it could have been done, but it did not happen. Sir, as my colleague Mr. Raja pointed out, the same house discussed a few days back about the situations arising out of drought in one part of the country, and now we are discussing here about the situations arising out of the floods in other part of the country today. Stop.